think it's time to do some laundry. That outfit smells foul.
After it, MP.
All right, great snack. All ears. Triple decker PB&J. Only 12? Sounds like a lot of
Get ready to light it up tonight.
And the excitement already starting to crescendo, with fans gathering and streaming into the building. Welcome, everyone, to the final matchup before the knockout round. Things are starting to get a little chippy. Everyone jostling for that NBA Cup. This is Brian Anderson. I'm here with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, our reporter, Allie LaForce. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Lou Dort.
And when you look at his offensive output over the past few years, it seems like other teams have figured him out and have his number now. He's having to put in a lot more effort on the offensive end, but without producing nearly the same results.
Here are the starters for Oklahoma City. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3 slot. And for the Trailblazers, Scoot and Sharp are the backcourt set. Jabari Walker is out there with Wembanyama. And it's Jay in at the 3. Well, MP has told us that being an all-star is important to the way he wants to lead his team. And he's made it a goal to show everyone that he deserves that spot.
Well, how can you not be impressed by MP's performance lately after he sort of called himself out, claiming that he needed to elevate his game? For him, it's not just about being an all-star. It's about being the best in the conference at his position. Now, you can see the fire he's playing with. He's flat out destroying his competition. The only question now is, can he keep it going?
You look at Portland, they've been one of the top teams thus far in the NBA Cup. In group play.
They have been fantastic so far. A win, and they stay unbeaten in cup play. And boy, these home fans really want to see that.
And seeing how things shaking out for the Thunder as well. They've been excellent in this NBA Cup tourney so far. A flawless 3-0 record.
And tonight a chance to steal a road win and make it 4-0. You've got to like their chances of making a deep run for that NBA Cup.
Here's Jay. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. He was unstoppable.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
Gilgeous. Alexander. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kickability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
And Doris, no doubt about it, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an absolute monster on offense.
Very quietly, one of the most dangerous offensive players in the game is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got size, he's got speed, he's got handle, he can score from 3 levels. This guy is a legit force.
Stolen by Sharp. To the wing, right side. Fires for 3. And it's Jay missing.
Ooh, couldn't quite get that one. 4 for 5.
Here's Williams. Uses the glass on the layup.
We talk about Williams' versatility as a scorer. He can get his points from just about any spot on the floor.
Henderson, the pass to Jay. And here's Wembanyama. He's guarded by Hartenstein. Hits the trifecta. Jay's got 12 points.
I just love the ball movement.
The Thunder have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Pass to Holmgren. Now Dort. Outside, Williams. And here's Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. 6 to shoot. Hartenstein with a screen on Henderson. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Shots good by Henderson.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, Jay in the last matchup against the Kings played some superb basketball. He ended up with 70 points and hit a bunch of threes. No surprises there. What a game for him, and against their rivals no less, which had to make him feel extra special. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
And he was more than happy to carry them, B.A. He might still be feeding off that performance heading into this one.
Well, there's no doubt. He certainly looked like he was enjoying himself in that last game. He had his offense flowing.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Henderson, the pass to Jay. Offline with a three.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Pass to Williams. Back to Dort. The three is up. And can't get it. He's now 1 of 3. Trailblazers lead by 12. Here's Jay. Sends it home from three-point land. He's got 18.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. Sharp against Dort. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Jay. Jacks up a three. Another three for Portland.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Outside, Williams. To the inside. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
This guy is such an explosive athlete. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander goes straight to the cup.
Henderson, the pass to Jay. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
And so it's Portland out in front by 19 going into the break. And if you're... He's checked in for Oklahoma City.
You got this, MP.
On the wing, Mitchell. It's hauled in by Henderson. And here's Henderson. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. And only a handful of teams in the history of the NBA have done what these guys are doing right now. 20 wins in a row.
Almost mind-boggling that you could string together brilliant basketball over such a sustained period of time. Think about the focus.
This right here is exactly why I play on the difficulty I do, because you get cheated like this just more when you turn it up. This should have been a block, 100%. But it forces your hand and arm away from the ball, like there's a force field, because they're literally cheating you, like you're getting cheated.
That they have to bring nightly.
And it just gets worse when you put the difficulty on. It's not worth it to me.
Every single night,
have to deal with
regardless
all
of your
that.
opponent. Just an
Just for like an
absolutely
extra 100
incredible
BC.
stuff.
Scoot at the 1 with silence at the 2. Williams is out there with Avdia. And it's Jay in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
I got yours.
Wallace, the pass to Holmgren. Holmgren with a screen on Henderson. From deep, Mitchell. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
And their shots are dropping with more consistency now.
Portland leading by 20. He shoots. And it's Jay missing.
And for him, that's a great look. Expect him to go right back to it if it's available.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Hey, watch him.
Wallace, the pass to Mitchell. Clock at 6.
Hey, you got ball.
Misses from short range. The Trailblazers have got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Count it.
Yeah, you see the vision from Henderson. Just a terrific facilitator.
And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Pass to Holmgren. Screen by Holmgren. Comes up empty down low. For Portland, they've gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. From the arc. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Pass to Boucher. And close to a quarter of the way into the season now, Grant. How aware are the players of where they are in the season?
You know, B.A., you generally are aware of where you are in the year, but you rarely see guys counting games played or anything like that. And they're really rolling right now. That lead keeps getting bigger and bigger.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Wembanyama's checked in for Portland. Sharp comes in for Henderson. Jalen Williams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander comes in for Mitchell. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already.
And a solid pick to free him up for the dunk.
Boy, the timing there couldn't be any better.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Nice find there from Simons. Solid at recognizing when his teammates are uncovered.
Wallace outside. Pass to Boucher. And here is Williams. To the wing on the left. Wallace misses.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Here's Jay. Puts up a 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. Jay's got 39.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
55 seconds left in the second quarter. And some changes here for Portland. Walker, he's checked in for Avdia, and it's Scoot Henderson in for Simons. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Chet Holmgren comes in for Wallace. Pass to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Dort. Now Holmgren. Here's the 3. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
A superb three-point threat. When Holmgren is knocking down triples, he's hard to contain.
Henderson, the pass to Jay. Another 3 for Portland.
He's dropping the 3 ball with incredible consistency. What a barrage here in the first half.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Dort, a screen on Henderson. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. The rebound by Jay. Jay's got his 4th rebound in this one. It's Walker on the wing. Pass to Jay. Fires from deep. Good! Another from 3. Woo, you can tell he's feeling it right now.
To BA, he's on fire.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers with a gigantic 33-point lead at the close of the quarter. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
Hello, folks. Is this the halftime show? Yes, it is. And kicking it off, let's quickly look at the Western Conference standings. You guys finding any interesting matchups here?
Shaq's most interesting matchup: main dishes and side pieces.
And looking now at that first half where everything was going wrong for the Thunder.
This is the worst kind of basketball. No.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive. And it probably has to happen quickly. Here's Henderson. And on the floor for Mark Daigneault starting the second half. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren the 4, Hartenstein the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at small forward.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. After this game, they can look forward to L.A., where they'll match up against the Clippers. That's game 3 of 5 on their current trip away from home. Lets it go from 11, and he nails the jumper. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 points.
Well, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, that 3-level scoring ability, that time working the mid-range.
Pass to Williams. The 3 is up. Portland with a rebound. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the 11th pick back in 2018. Has developed to the point where he is in the MVP conversation. His coach, Mark Daigneault, said he's improved every year. He's been in the league. It's a testament to his humility. He looks in the mirror, he sees what he needs to improve on, and then he works at it. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Gilgeous-Alexander no good.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots. Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Just over a minute and a half played in the third. Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit. Tipped.
Boy, as slow a start as you could have. Just 1 for 4 from the field. They're struggling.
He gets a rebound. Soft touch off the glass. Jay's got 54 points.
You simply must put a body on this guy. You know he's going to try to get to that glass.
To the paint. Williams passes to Hartenstein. That one's off. Still out of sync.
Only 20% shooting in this quarter. They need to settle down and relax a little bit here.
Oklahoma City has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
And that one's good. Jay.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
So it's Oklahoma City now. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
This guy is so elusive with the ball in his hands. SGA just understands how to get off the dribble drive.
Here's Jay. He got it again. Sensational. 60 points. This guy can't be stopped right now.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
To the middle. Well, Grant, as you always say, in the playoffs, you need a player who can score in isolation.
That's true, BA. And in a 7-game series, defenses disrupt your set offense. If your stars can go mano-a-mano and create something out of nothing, that's often the best you can get.
Pass to Sharp. Here's Jay for three.
Are you serious?
Dort grabs the miss. Now here's Williams. Walker covering. Williams passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. No luck on that one.
He's been just a little off the mark tonight. Really the story of the game so far.
Jay, and again for three. Man, he's really launching them from outside the arc.
Man, so locked in, feeling confident in his three-point shot tonight.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. All right, let's take a look at some numbers for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And he's slipped a little bit in terms of his defense in the past 10 games. You can see his steal numbers have dipped. He isn't playing with the same assertiveness that he had been. His coach has got to get through to him.
Shooting 2.
First one falls.
Boy, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has become a walking bucket, folks. This is now an elite NBA scorer.
A big group substitution here for Portland. Robert Williams checked in for Wembanyama. Avdia comes in for Walker. Kamara, he's checked in for Sharp. And Anthony Simons subbed in for Henderson. Boucher's checked in for Oklahoma City. Wallace comes in for Dort. Both free throws good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
What you love about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is this young man's work ethic. He is a gym rat who's always looking for ways to improve.
Here's Jay. Again, the Trailblazers, good for 2.
Credit the play. They're calling for him, getting him right now some good shots.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Outside, Williams. Pass to Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Great D that time from Simons.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
And that one's good. Jay.
Well, all night he has made an impact. The offensive end, now he's trying to shut the door.
Hey, yo, front him.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Got it. Good job in the low post. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8 here in this quarter.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
At the end of the third quarter, a huge lead. This one may have already been decided. It's the Trailblazers. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Robert Williams and Freddie Simons out there with Avdia, and it's Jay in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Portland. The shot, no good. The Thunder shooting 40% from the field in this one. Pass to Kamari. Here's Jay. Lets the 3 fly. Oh, another one falls.
And that's 70.
He is unconscious. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
Here's Wallace. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy.
And they keep on figuring out ways to force the rock inside and convert.
Simons passes to Jay. Another one goes. Incredible. Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
BA, it feels like he can't miss.
Pass to Boucher. Back to Williams. And here's Dort.
Get the perimeter.
Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Shot clock at 6. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at them.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Taken away. And it's the Trailblazers on the break.
His energy is unmatched.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Outside, Williams. Off target from three-point range.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Pass to Wallace. Here's Williams. Deflected! And that's out of bounds. Oklahoma City will keep it. Williams is checked in for Portland.
Get outside! Get outside!
A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Another bucket! Wow! Oh, and there's 80 points.
Oh, wow. Just wow. This guy is on another level.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. To halt the run. Williams grabs the board. Portland has gone 3 for 3 from downtown in this fourth quarter. Here's Jay. No good on the triple.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Well, Doris, with so many franchises, the star player has a lot of sway.
Well, to me, B.A., so much of this speaks to which star are we talking about. If you take someone like Stephen Curry, who historically has welcomed other stars to play alongside him, or has at moments in his career had to elevate young players who maybe have to play through some mistakes, he welcomes both. It depends on the star we're talking about.
Good! Another from 3. Man, he's really launching them from outside the arc.
Man, so locked in. Feeling confident in his three-point shot tonight.
Gilgeous-Alexander into the lane. And Williams punches it home.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Trailblazers.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And they really wanted this one. It pushes their win total up to 21.
It's just the start of this season series with 3 games left between them, but it must feel great to take the first meeting.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Jay.
I think his steals tell the story. This guy was a disruptive force, and I don't think you can underestimate how important it is for a team to have someone in that role.
1:02 left to play in the fourth. The 3 from Holmgren. The rebound by Jay. And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
Out of bounds, it'll be Thunderball.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for the Thunder. Outside, Williams. Driving inside. Oh, hey, how about that?
And we see the speed and power. I mean, Williams shows off on that one.
Oh, doing damage above the rim. That was our AT&T 5G slam cam. Avdia passes to Jay. And another one.
He just notched 92 points on that one.
Simply surreal. I'm not sure even he can believe what's going on. Pass to Holmgren. Williams with it. Screen by Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Portland with a rebound. Right wing. Here's Jay. Connects again from distance.
Another 3 for him. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
Well, he's just pouring it on, and he's tied for the 5th most triples ever in a single game. So no problem for Portland as they get the win. And how about that performance in the NBA Cup?
They really thought they had a chance tonight. There he is.
Man, the air really is thinner up here. Hope you've been right.
MP, you win the Player of the Month so much that
And a chance for everyone to get some shots up. Find the touch. Find the range. Find themselves. The week is starting off right. Monday night and 2K Sports. Presents the. Here's what Portland has lined up on their schedule. On Tuesday, they'll take on Chris Middleton and the Washington Wizards. Then on Thursday, they'll go up against the Bulls in Chicago.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The guard pair are Henderson and Sharp. Walker out there with Jay, and it's Wembanyama in at the center, filling out the middle. And for Denver, in at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. The 4 and the 5. It's Gordon and Jokic, and it's Porter at the 3 slot. MP is now taking these conference matchups right. He doesn't want to just be the best and make it into the All-Star game. He has made it known he wants to be the guy.
And how impressive have these performances been by MP? He puts a big old target on his back that his competition isn't taking lightly and continues to dominate out there. He's garnered a good deal of added respect the way he's taking care of his business.
Hey, Clark, in tonight's game, what are you watching closely?
Well, the thing that jumps out at me, Kevin, is the guard matchup. I mean, both teams have tremendous backcourts, and I really think whoever is able to win or control that battle is going to win the game.
Pass to Jokic. And here's Porter. They need this. And again, Denver, no good.
Kevin, you can understand the shot selection. I mean, he wanted to go back at him and just came up short on the triple.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Nuggets. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
They shot the lights out from deep, really stretched out the defense in that one.
There's all kind of talk in the game today about stretching the floor, because when you do that, everything else just becomes a little easier.
Jokic passes to Murray. Pass to Brown. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And, you know, it took them a while to get going, but they've finally connected now on their 4th shot of the game.
They set the screen from deep. And another 3 for Portland.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
For Denver, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Lob pass to Gordon. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. And you want to talk about winning recipes? These guys have 21 wins in a row. That's right, 21.
This team, I tell you, is doing a heck of a job actually putting their name against some of the best names in the NBA's history. When you talk about winning streaks, I mean, these kind of streaks do not happen often, and there's a lot going right for this group right now.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Jay, in that last matchup against the Thunder, put on a show. He scored an amazing number of points, and as you may have guessed with him, a lot of those were on the 3-ball. He was remarkable in that game. It's not often you see a player that dominant, and I'm sure he wants to keep it going. Guys?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it.
Nothing surprising about that, guys. We've come to expect plays like that from him, and still, they never get old.
Clark, as you look at the career of Aaron Gordon, he has blossomed into an elite role player.
Yeah, and I love the fact that he's done that. He's embraced his role. He's embraced taking fewer shots and playing more defense and getting on the glass more and making hustle plays. Not everybody would do what Aaron has done. It's a credit to him that he's been able to, again, embrace, not just accept, but embrace the role that he serves for that championship team.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Nice job capturing the moment on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Henderson against Murray. Pass to Brown. Outside Gordon. Just 4 to shoot. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. And Scoot Henderson picks up the foul. That's his first foul. So for the Trailblazers, Williams, he's checked in for Wembanyama. Avdia comes in for Walker. And it's Simons in for Shaedon Sharpe. Pickett passes to Collins. Melton feeling it out a bit. Clock at 6. Launches it from deep. The Nuggets with another miss. Here we go, one-on-one. Oh, what a jam! Simons!
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
We're at the end of the first quarter, and what a blowout already in this one. It's the Trailblazers opening up a huge gap. And we'll get going after this from Ball Arena. And if you're just... Brown's checked in for the Nuggets. Jamal Murray comes in for Patrick Beverley. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Back to Collins.
I'm old school. I've been playing on broadcast. Yeah, everybody, if you hadn't, weren't you playing on 2K? I've always played on broadcast. When I play MyTeam too. Some of the modes it doesn't let me play on broadcast. Those ones I play on 2K low or 2K, but I like playing on broadcast the most.
Quarter a screen on Avdia. The Nuggets with another miss.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Sharing the wing spots, it'll be Brown and Porter Jr.
I find it easier to stay in front of people too. I switch back to 2K because I try to like play 2K sometimes. Like I was saying, on my team, I have to play 2K like on the breakouts. But it's easier to stay in front of people, I notice, in this view.
And it's John Collins. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Cornette in at center. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Pass to Collins.
That's why I made this build. This build is awesome. Check it out. I'll show you the stats. I'm playing on rookie right now because I'm trying to do a couple different, as you guys can see, I'm trying to do a couple different goal or quests or whatever. So I put it on rookie just so I can get through them faster. And I'm working on another one you can't even see for my endorsement. I have to get like a certain amount of points. So I want to be able to get as many points. Yeah, he is built like Zion. That's what when I first made him, I was like, he looked thick. And then I did the perfect workouts because when you do the 3 perfect workouts, you can change his body type. So his body type is whatever, like I think it's burly. So let me show you his, he's only 86 right now. With all the badges he has. He's a good player. I've been liking this player. This build starts out as a all-around star build. It's like a Jaylen Brown, Jalen Williams type of build. And then you have to put the cat breakers. Yeah, he's a beast, but he runs fast. And he's only 86 right now, too. Once I get this guy to 99, he's going to be a big problem. The only thing that's not good on this build is standing dunk and posts offense. That's the only thing that's not good. Yeah, yeah. He gets a bunch of different takeovers too. That's another reason I've been on the difficulty on low, because I'm trying to mess around with the takeovers, and it's just faster to get him. His defense is good too. His wingspan is 7'2". 6'6", 241, and his wingspan 7'2".
Here's Cornette. Here's
But that's the name of the build,
defending.
Demigod build. That's like the title of it. You can change it after you put the cat breakers in.
And it's Portland with the rebound. Wembanyama has got 4 rebounds in this game.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong.
And I know y'all see I asked the GM of the Blazers, because I'm from Oregon, so Blazers on my squad, to trade for Wembanyama, and they actually traded for him. That's what I do. I knew someone was about to say that. Yeah. They're like, you playing GM or my team or my GM mode? And I was like, no. I asked. This is my player that I got this far, and every one of them, every time that it let me suggest a player for trade, I suggested Wembanyama. This is the first time they traded him, and I was looking at the roster. He's only been on my team for like 5 games. All they traded for Wembanyama was Donovan Clingan and 2 second-round draft picks for Wembanyama. I was like, thanks. I can actually get my teammates actually get some rebounds and play defense in the post. Yeah, they didn't trade anybody else. Just Donovan Clingan and 2 second-round draft picks. That's it. I was very surprised. I thought like half my team was about to be gone.
He's paid his dues, working his way up from the end of the bench to a starting role. Coach Chauncey Billups says he just believes he's one of the best players in the NBA.
You never know.
Confidence is
I keep seeing memes about him now since the Mavericks got the #1 pick.
I would totally agree with you.
You think they're going to trade it, or you think they're going to draft Cooper Flag?
Murray against Simons. Murray, no good.
Boy, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Lone opportunity.
And each season, GA, it seems like Anthony Simons is given more and more responsibility.
And you can understand why.
He's perfect for any team, generational player, but they better draft him if they don't. If they trade the pick or do some goofiness, then he'll definitely get fired.
A lot of respect for Jokic's feel for the game. He plays the right way, sees everything, great vision.
Yeah, healthy AD, super flag, Kyrie. You couldn't ask for a better mentor than Kyrie either.
31 points for Jay.
He's been through it all.
The triples
Champ, former champ.
guys. That's 3 in a row.
Number 1 option, number 2, number 3 option.
They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
I'm about to go watch the games here in a sec. See who won that game earlier.
The three-pointer offline.
I'm sure that game's. I was watching it earlier.
Here's Jay.
I'm sure it won though.
He's coming off an unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Dallas got the number 1 pick.
You know, they're having free reign from
my home team, like my team, the Blazers, they had a better chance of getting it than the Mavs.
Out to the right wing.
I mean, the Mavs are basically in the playoffs. I mean, they're in the play-in. One game out of the playoffs.
Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
But that just goes to show that tanking doesn't help you. So that's good for the NBA.
Keep it going and maintain this.
Outside Avdia.
Did he? Yeah, I didn't even watch it. I want to watch the highlights. They were winning by a little bit when I stopped, but I wanted to get a game in before I had to make dinner.
Jay's got 37.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Murray outside. Jokic with it. Defended by Wembanyama. Fades and shoots.
Yeah, after this game, I gotta start. Oh yeah, he's tough.
Jokic, no good. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far it hasn't been close. It's the Trailblazers. They finish off the second quarter on a 20-7 run. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
Yeah, him and Drew Holiday at the guards. That's definitely tough for the opposing guards to have to deal with. They're probably like, oh man, these guys again.
In the Western Conference, Jay.
We've turned into a league dominated by wings. You need guys like him, players who can take over.
Ice Tray, player of the
all
week.
3 levels and guard 1 through 5.
First of all, get this to your little thick ablandula.
And turning back to our first half, things going well. Extremely well.
Oh, dang, yeah, the Celtics is whooping them.
You have certain players.
I thought it was going to be a wrap after Jason Tatum got hurt.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the
This
start of the
game's
second
over,
half.
yeah. Other game. That game starts at 6:30. No, it's 6:30 now. Did it start yet? No, it hasn't tipped. I'm on the West Coast, too.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look they wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers, the guard pair are Henderson and Sharp. Jabari Walker is out there with Victor Wembanyama. And it's Jay in at the small forward position. And eventually, every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing he wants a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes, that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
Well, Michael Porter Jr. is one of the premier shooters in the NBA.
And that size that he brings to that sweet stroke makes it hard to get to a shot. 6'10", shoots it with confidence, shoots it with great fluidity. And, man, is he special. And he's worked through some injury trouble early in his career, and now
yet another bucket.
And another monster performance in a career that's been chock full of them.
And he's closing in on the record for fourth most 40-point games all time. Pass to Jokic. And Jokic slings it in.
You know, for all of his agility and craftiness, the slick moves, Jokic not afraid to go old school and just throw it down on you.
Henderson passes to Jay. Connects again from distance.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. To the inside. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Portland has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Pass to Jay. No good on the triple.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Outside Porter. Brown the pass to Murray. Buries it from three-point range. Murray's got 6.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
Here's Jay. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Pass to Brown. Outside Porter. Now here's Jokic. Back to Porter. Now here's Murray. He has 6. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Sharp. Nice persistence to tip it back up and in.
Boy, is he active. I love seeing Sharp just get after it on the backboard.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Denver Nuggets. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them.
Stay on him.
Launches it. The offensive rebound. And it's Jokic missing. Portland's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Jay the pass to Sharp. Here's Jay. Good, he hits again. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy. The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
Walker against Gordon. Jokic with a screen on Walker. Shot to stop the run. That one's not going to go. Portland has gone 4 of 6 from 3-point land since the start of the second half. Fires for 3. Connects again. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Pass to Brown. Ripped away. And now Portland on the break. And once.
It says small forward, power forward. Yo, man, 2K some cheesers. I just stole the ball against him. It says get 1 block or still against power forward or center by the end of the game. I just did that.
4, he gets it. Another bucket from Jay. Jay has got 56 points in the game. Out to the right wing. And here's Gordon from outside. And again, Denver no good.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Pass to Jokic. Murray outside. Jokic sets the screen for Murray. And another miss by Denver.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
The 3. And Brown pulls it down. 1 second left. A shot, no good. And so it's Portland holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. The scoring has... And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. So it's Portland now. We've got Murray. He's out there with the Anthony Melton. And it's Brown in at the 3 spot. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Now Murray. Melton with the ball. There's the pick for the 3. Rebound by Williams.
Way to grab that, Robert.
And here are the Trailblazers now. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington, where they'll face the Wizards. That will be their second of this 5-game road trip. Now a timeout called by Portland. Already a lot of talk about who's going to take part in the three-point contest this season, and here's a look at the players most likely to make it.
And so many great shooters in the NBA these days, and these guys, quite frankly, the best of the best. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a scoring record broken in this year's competition.
And you look at Henderson. He's going to need to leapfrog quite a few great shooters if he's going to be part of the three-point festivities on All-Star Weekend. But, you know, maybe he can do it.
I mean, anything's possible, especially if he has a few big games from beyond the arc before All-Star Weekend. That'd give him a nice bump in the voting.
And it's going to be an exciting showcase this year. Some incredible shooters, that's for certain. We'll keep you updated as we find out more.
Yeah, I think we're in for a real treat. I think the increased importance of the three-point shot in today's game has really shined a light on the talent, precision, and really the wow factor of how these guys can drill the long ball. That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Jay, the pass to Simons. Lets it go from deep. And good! He hits it again.
And that's 70.
He's unbelievable. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And Greg, something that is so important to this team. Jamal Murray's shot creation.
It is, Kevin. He creates so much with the ball or off of it. The work he puts in on offense frees up everything for his teammates. Great competitor who's really a perfect fit with this core.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Jokic, he's checked in for Luke Cornett. Aaron Gordon comes in for John Collins. And it's Michael Porter in for DeAnthony Melton. Pass to Jokic. And Greg, everyone loves talking trades. Future first-round picks have been moved quite a bit of late, and that's been kind of interesting.
And, Kevin, a lot of teams that don't control any of their future first-round picks. With so much pressure to win now, GMs are willing to use draft assets, having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
And Portland with the ball. They're on a 17-4 run. Pass to Jay. Back to Williams. Portland moving the ball around. Here's Jay. And again, it's Portland with the 3.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Back to Murray. Now, Jokic. Outside Porter. There's the 3. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 5th rebound in this one. And he lobs it up. The kick out to Simons.
Right here.
Here's Jay. And another one. And there it is. 82 points.
And this is a game that he will never forget.
Porter in the corner. Outside Gordon. Pass to Brown. Jokic inside. He started by Williams. That one goes in.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Portland.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought. An all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that. And man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so looking at the number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight. When you see an opponent that many times, that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the player.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jay.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could.
And again for 3.
Another 3. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
They just keep pouring in. This is a top 5 all-time single game for 3-point shots made. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. Here's Brown. It's tipped. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Outside, Avdia. From past the arc. Good. Another from 3.
It has been raining threes for him tonight. Alone at 4th in the all-time single-game triples list.
Guys, he cannot miss. They have to keep feeding him, right? How many more can he hit? Let's keep counting. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.
Way to bring the effort tonight.